Welcome, everyone, to the Best of Markham podcast, brought to you by me, Igor Klibanov from FitnessSolutionsPlus.ca, your personal trainers for chronic conditions. Here with me today is Larry Gu from, as you can see in the background, E&W Development Center. Larry, thank you so much for being here. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Thank you so much for having me here, Igor. It's great to be here and talk to you. My name is Larry Gu. I'm the managing director at E&W Development Center. We're a digital solution development company. I'm specializing building websites, custom web apps, and mobile apps, etc. for business.
Got it. And okay, and how did you get to be the managing director of E&W Development Center?
Yeah, it's been a journey. So I started as a developer over 20 years ago, and then well, I one and I mean, as developers, writing code, solving technical challenges. Over time, I got promoted to technical lead, director of technologies. I got into more of a business side of the things, listening business problems, help addressing any solutions, design any solutions, leading the project development, and eventually managing a development team. So at that time, the company I worked for often struggled to find affordable, qualified developers. We also, frequently kind of, struggling secure resources, which led me to start my own application development company. Um, Trying to help business to address their needs in application development and help them to succeed. So in 2006, I quit my job and then started this E&W Development Center, and then become the managing director of the E&W. So it's been almost 20 years. Next
Yeah.
year, we're going to celebrate our 20 years in business.
Wow, very impressive. Good for you guys.
Thank
What do
you.
you like
Thank
most
you.
about being the managing director?
Sorry, say it again.
What do you like most about being the managing director?
Yeah, so basically, the for me, I love seeing ideas become to life. You
Yeah.
know, right? So whenever time when you see all kinds of visions, business ideas, or marketing ideas, translate to a real product or real applications.
Mhm.
When a solution that we designed, developed, help our business, our clients to drive results. That gives me a sense of, accomplishment.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What kind of
So that's, inspire us, keep doing what we do.
right, right. What kinds of results are clients typically looking for?
Yeah, so typically, I mean, you help their business in either, for themselves in, more efficiencies, more, cost savings or more, brings more revenues or addressing their clients' business challenges,
Yeah,
all kinds of the, resulting better, ROIs, for them.
got it. Who are your typical clients? I mean, are they small business owners, one man, one woman operations? Are they larger businesses, medium, or very large corporations?
We kind of working for all those different type of the clients. So we have work with startup, we have work with small businesses, especially some of the agencies,
Yeah,
marketing agencies, interactive agencies, and as well as some large corporations. We have some work with some very large business as well. Because we primarily taking care from the technical side, so
right.
we are kind of business like industry neutral. We're helping mainly from the technology technical side of their business.
Understood, understood. And what do you guys do for marketing? How do you find new clients?
Most of our business comes through referrals
Okay.
and long time, relationships.
Yeah,
Those are, sometimes wives reference husband's business to us or vice versa. Our clients reference to another clients. So that's how we kind of survive and grow over the years.
right.
So it's mainly through word of mouth, through the trust. Um,
Understood.
you know, One thing I would say is we don't do much of the, like flashy ads or big campaigns.
Yeah,
But we do invest in networking, building relationship, partnership,
yeah,
um, participate in community events,
yeah.
etc.
Got it. When you say so you have other marketing methods besides referrals, so networking, community events, and so on. What's your networking strategy? Is there a certain number of networking events that you attend? If so, do you have a follow-up strategy to that?
Yeah, we're trying to join as many events as possible. We locally we have community events from through the Markham Board of Trade or other Board of Trades, as well as we have some on other online events. So we try to, participating as much as possible as well, at least, on the monthly basis, so that to give us exposure to all kinds of the businesses, bring us some chances to collaborate together.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And how many of your clients would you say come from existing client referrals versus other sources?
Uh, Well, good question. I have not really kind of calculated in that way, but I would say, 60, 70, or even a little bit more clients are from our existing clients,
Right.
from referrals, over time, probably 20% will be, from the new development.
Got it. And the new development is predominantly networking, or you said there's other sources?
Yes, kind of for both.
Got it. Okay. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
besides networking, what else is there?
Sorry, say it again.
Besides networking, what other methods, besides networking and referrals, what other methods do you guys have to bring in new clients?
Yeah, we participate in some trade shows,
Okay.
right? Trade shows, and then speaking event. We're speaking at some events, to spread it, technology sharing, thought leadership in tech space as
Yeah.
well, and then some of them is conference
Yeah.
as well, right? We used to participate in collision conference. Yeah, it's been fun for that too.
Yeah, yeah. Public speaking is one of my favorite ways to get new clients. Like when I was
Yeah,
first starting out, my background is kinesiology. In kinesiology, they teach anatomy, physiology, statistics, biomechanics,
right.
so on, but they don't teach marketing and sales. Um,
Mm,
and so I started, when I first opened my business 15 years ago, I started reading books about small business marketing. And they had lots of different books, had lots of different advice. And I tried a lot of different things. In
right.
fact, exactly 46 different things that didn't work before I tried the first thing that worked, which was public speaking. Uh,
Oh, nice.
but even in public speaking, it didn't work right away. It worked, my first 40 presentations didn't go very well until I started to change things. And then the next 400 were a lot better. Then I actually started to use public speaking as a direct way to get new clients. And that was just my first predictable method of getting new clients. Then I came across email marketing, and that was my second predictable method of getting clients. Now I have a few other methods, but these two have been my big start, email marketing and public speaking. So there's a way to speak profitably. It's one thing
Right.
to just be in front of people. It's another thing to get those people interested in working with you. Because I always say there's a difference between public speaking for motivation, public speaking for education, and public speaking for sales. I'm not Tony Robbins. I don't get paid to motivate. That might be a side effect of what I'm doing. I'm
That's
not,
good to know.
yeah, I'm not an Ontario secondary school teacher. I don't get paid to educate. I need to do that, but that's not my goal. My
Right.
goal is sales. Okay. I don't get a salary. I don't get a commission. I get sales. If I make sales, I make money. If I don't make sales, I get zero. Um, And so yeah, there is a difference between speaking when you're an entrepreneur versus speaking as a salaried employee. So yeah, it's a very powerful method. I'm glad to hear you guys are using it.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, we like to, do more of that, if there are other opportunities. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. There's yeah different ways to create opportunities, and of course there's trade shows, but you can also of course host your own events.
Right.
There's yeah, but plenty of ways to use public speaking within your own business. Um, Now, what are you working on right now that's exciting to you?
Yeah, we work on right now, work on some the wellness applications, for some of our clients. But I guess what is exciting is that we're experimenting some AI integration,
Yeah.
right? For businesses, we're living, AI age now,
Yes.
I guess, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the not only change the way we operate a business, but the way we do our work or even life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, definitely. So we're experimenting some of the AI integrations to help business to either driving more automations to gain more efficiencies or better customer experiences or different experiences or analyzing data, searchings, etc. So those are things kind of, we're kind of experimenting and then we expect to do more of that in the near future.
Oh yeah, yeah. AI is a huge exciting field, especially for a tech company.
Yes.
I remember I was approached by this AI agent, I guess, on
Yeah.
the phone. They called me on the phone. It was like talking to a real person, even though they said in the introduction, I am an AI bot. But it was just like it was trippy. It was like talking to a real person. Uh, just like a regular conversation. And if they didn't tell me they're an AI bot, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's true. Sometimes, three or four people of us sitting together, we try to figure out, is that AI or is that a real person? Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
That means, how powerful that AI would be, right?
Oh yeah.
In the future, yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, what obstacles have you encountered in your time with E&W Development Center?
Yeah, I mean, there are many over the time. Some, whenever you start a business and grow a business and managing a business, there's obstacle from, external, some of the internal, all kinds of the, situation you have to dealing with. But one thing I would say, you probably, know this for sure as well, is basically how to manage the healthy growth, right?
Yes.
Every small business want to grow, want to scale, but how, right?
Yes.
Do you have enough resources? Even you have resources, do you have enough management team, right? Even you have all those, right? Do you have enough business to support, those growths?
Yeah.
And how you balance that, the growth versus, your work, the quality of existing for the existing clients, etc. Right? So those are the kind of the challenges, we've been constantly facing, every time. Okay, we grow, but how we manage those, growths to be more healthy type of growth, right?
Yes.
So I mean, this is kind of, I'm sure is the same for every small business. So it's good problem to have, so that we're able to consider, grow, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
I volunteer for the Markham Small Business Center as a small business mentor. So I often notice the same challenges with businesses depending on which stage of business they're in. If it's a
yes,
brand new business, the biggest challenge is how do I get people to pay me money for my service or product?
right.
Um, Once you figure that out consistently, you're like, okay, now I have too much demand, not enough supply. How do I hire another person? How do I go about recruiting, headhunting, screening, training that person? After you figure out a consistent recruitment system and training system, then you're like, okay, now I have the people to service. Now I need even more clients. So how do I get even more clients? Okay, I have more clients. How do I get even more staff? More clients, more staff, more clients, more staff, and it keeps climbing like that. Keeps altering.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
I get you. Now, what do you do in your free time?
Well, outside of work, I enjoy golf,
Yeah,
walks, working the communities or or in the park, etc.
absolutely.
Also I love traveling,
Yeah,
spending time with my families. Those are the things let me recharge, give me a chance to recharge, give me a different, perspective, when I am doing those things. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, those are
Very
the
nice.
things I'm doing outside of the work.
Absolutely. What's your favorite vacation so far?
Uh, I would say, we're had a trip to Dominican, had this, enjoying, sunshines, play some golf
Yeah,
with my families. That was a fun. Yeah. So I remember that, sitting in the pools after a round. So it's
yeah,
enjoyable and then relaxing. So I love it.
yeah, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I also like the winter getaways when it's minus,
Yes.
5 here, minus 10 here, but then it's
Right.
30 somewhere else.
Yeah, it was a 27, 28 degrees there, and here we have a snowstorm
Yeah,
in Markham, Ontario. Yes.
I especially check the weather here when I'm not here because I really, really hope for a snowstorm. I really want to miss it.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Actually, my wife, about a month ago, my wife and I, we just came back from Switzerland. Um,
Oh,
and that was amazing. We did all the typical Swiss stuff. Went to the Lindt chocolate factory, tried Swiss cheese.
yeah.
Um, and of course,
Yeah.
went hang gliding in the Alps, hiking up the Alps. We both saw the cities, Zurich and Lucerne, but also the Alps, the mountains, the Interlaken. So yeah, travel is a very good pastime.
Nice. Which side of the Switzerland? East
Uh,
side or west side?
it was more the west to central. Like Zurich and Lucerne are on the west side. Oh, sorry, on the east side. And then Interlaken is on the south side. It's just north of Italy.
I see. I see.
Yeah, but we didn't go
Yeah,
to.
I was in Geneva. I was in Geneva last August, I guess. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is
yeah.
on the
I mean,
west side, close
yeah.
France, that side.
If
Yes.
we had more time, we'd have hit up the west side as well. But we stayed in Zurich and Lucerne and
Right,
Interlaken.
right, right. There are
But
lots
yeah,
of stuff yeah, lots of places to visit there for
oh,
sure. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And lastly, since this is after all a Best of Markham podcast, what's your favorite business in Markham besides your own?
Ah, this is a tough one
Sure.
because there are many good businesses in Markham, especially in the technology side. It's tech capital of Ontario or Canada,
Absolutely.
right? And also there's many good restaurants as well,
Yeah,
in my community. But I guess here, because we're talking about the, businesses, I would say Markham Board of Trade.
of course. Yeah.
Markham Board of Trade. They have done. We've been member of Markham Board of Trade for over 13 years.
Wow, long time.
13 years. It's been a long time, and then we saw different times. But this team, they have done so much for the communities. They have done
Yeah.
so much for the small business in Markham.
Yeah, yeah. And
We
I've
love, we love to, interact with them. We love to support them, be part of it. So I would say that's, yeah, in terms of small businesses, I think Markham Board of Trade is great.
yes, I can attest to that. I used to work with both the former president, Richard Cunningham, and the current president, Chris Colucci.
Yes, yes,
Great
yeah,
guys, put on fantastic events, and yeah, I attended a lot of past events as well. Yeah,
perfect.
good call, good call. And
Thank you, thank you.
lastly, how can our viewers and listeners get in touch with you?
Yeah, I mean, you can either go to our website, ew-dc.com. We have different contact information there, or you can reach me at Larry at ew-dc.com through the emails. Yeah, I'd be happy to connect.
Awesome. And all this contact information will be in the show notes as well. Larry, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate this.
Thank you so much again for having me. It's
Of
great
course,
to chat with you.
for sure.